afternoon, everyone. Surprise video. So I'm going to be doing a stress test again with the Vallejo pouring medium, because I thought, you know, it's so hot up here. This is how hot it is, 28.5. Outside it's cooling down right now, but it was really hot in Holland today. And up here, the warmth sort of just stays in here. So that's why I thought, you know, what better temperature than to stress test some pouring medium. I did another little, this is what I did with the drip off from the last video. And I really like it. It's pretty. It's small. It's a 10 by 10, but I really like the colors and the bronze in the pour. I'll put that on later with a syringe. But I'm really liking this one. It's already drying, as you can see on the sides. So we'll just keep that there. The other one I did, that's this one. This one is also drying nicely, as you can see. And I'm hoping that it'll be ready sometime tomorrow to do the glazing on. And that's that one. So let's do this pour, because I mixed everything up and I added one drop, well, not even a drop, really, even less than a drop to all colors. So I'm mixing it up right now, the paint and the silicone, and I am stirring it in well, because I don't mind the smaller cells. That's something that people have already asked me. You know, why do I get those really small cells? Well, I think it's the consistency of your silicone, that's one, and it's how much you stir it into the paint, so that it sort of dissolves into the paint, and then it only creates small little cells. I also still get a lot of questions about the torch. So this is the torch. It's a chef's torch, the one they make creme brulee with. And you buy them at, well, even on eBay, if you look for creme brulee torch or butane torch, you'll find one. And what it does, it just warms up the paint, warms, not burns, but warms it up a little bit, so that the silicone can come to the top, and that way it creates the cells. That's all. Some people think that I'm drying my canvas with this, and that's not the case. So don't try that, because you will burn your paint, and that's not pretty. If you go over it with a torch on the top, it'll cause your paint to get this film and sort of a skin, and then if you leave it to dry, it'll all crack, because the top is already dry and the bottom isn't. Then, you know, you don't want to do that. All we do with that torch is just very quickly swipe over it. That's all. Okay, so today let's do something different. Let's start with the transparent colors. What about that? Because I always start with the opaque, like the white or the turquoise, but this time we're gonna do it a little differently. And in goes the Titan buff and a little bit of green. I got all these pretty colors. That's that. Then a nice little bit of yellow. And then back to some nice brown. And a little bit of orange. And we're going to finish it off with a bit of turquoise. That's it. I'm not going to stir the cup, but I am going to do a flip cup, because I just want to make it do some wild stuff. So as you could see, I really put it on the canvas like something crazy, so it all gets nicely mixed up. And here's the torch. Wow, wow, wow. I am loving it. And the thing is, there's no Floetrol in this one. It's only the Vallejo pouring medium, only. And why is because, like I said before, it was because I wanted to stress test it in this heat. Because if this works for me, wow, look at those cells. See how small they are compared to normally those really big ones? Oh, I so hate it that I have to put it over the side. Oh, don't you just love these colors? Oh, come on down there. That's it. Look at that. Wow. Now I'm thinking I should pour that off. Should I do that, guys? Yeah. Yes, I think I should. Let's just pour some on there. Just make it look a little bit more like the rest of this thing. Oh, now it's orange. Yeah. Bursting a few little bubbles. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some more orange in there. I really like the contrast. I really like that. And I'm gonna do that up here too. Wow. I can't help it, but I really like the contrast. And I hope it'll give me a few cells up here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that made it just that little bit more interesting, because, you know, when you have a little orange here, you want to see it back somewhere. And I just love what the colors did here. It is all these beautiful earthy colors. You can't see the green, you can't see the yellow. The only thing you can see is a little bit of the orange. And that is gorgeous over there. So, ooh, look at that. Look at the corner catcher. Even that is pretty. So I'm gonna, oh no, I'm not gonna take off my gloves just yet, because I do want to do something with those drips. And I'll get you guys closer, and I'll give you close-ups of the canvas in a little bit. So I need to clean my hands, because this is just the stress test, right? So I want to show you what happens when I swipe this. So I'm getting a A4 Yupo, and I'm going to cut it in half like this. Remember, the Yupo is a tree-free 100% synthetic paper that will not take up any water, so it's going to stay completely waterproof. And that's a good thing with this, because we want it to stay flat so that when it dries, you can, oh, look at that. Is that pretty? I really like that. So when it dries, that we can, we have a totally flat surface, and we can do so many things with it. And the first thing that comes in mind is, of course, a bookmark. But if you're really creative, you could do jewelry. And I've sent some to someone in America, some of my Yupos. And she's going to do her thing with that and see what she can come up with. That's cool. Oh, come on, I need a little bit more. That's nice. And it's doing all kinds of stuff, but I would like a little bit more color. So in comes the turquoise. And I would like a little bit of that Titan buff, because it gives nice cells. And I'm being careful not to splatter on my canvas there. Now, I'll hold it up high so you guys can see it. That is kind of pretty. And you don't want to swipe the whole thing so that you got some interesting things going on. That's it. As you can see there, all those little cells. Only I have a lot of paint on this Yupo. Couple of holes, fill them in like that. There's a lot of paint on here, and it's going to be very thick when it's ready. But you know, just a piece like this is half a A4, and you could make so many brooches out of this. Necklaces, pendants, anything that you can put in one of those bevel trays and put some resin on top. Look at that, how beautiful that is. I really like this bit. Ooh, like a really long pendant. I'd like that. This is a beautiful bit. Look at it. I hope you can see it through the lights, but that is gorgeous, and I like that too. So I'm gonna put this away, let it dry, and let's do that. I just hope there's no paint gonna drip off there, because okay, I still have some paint left over and I don't want to waste any, so we're gonna do another little Yupo. And I can do that now because I made a lot of room in my studio. I cleaned up. Yes, I promised Lisa I would clean up like a good girl. There it is. A little bit of that green in there. I might even spread it just a little thinner. Let me do that. And I would like that light color. Oh, and it is so hot up here. It's even gotten warmer. See, when in Holland, I don't know how that is in other countries, but you know, when you've had really good weather, then and the thunder is going to come, then all the warmth outside, it just goes inside. And I kid you not, because I'll show you here. Outside has not changed, inside just went to 29. So what better weather to do a stress test? This is amazing. This stuff works even in the most warm conditions, and that's good. Okay, let's pour it on here. Maybe keep a little bit. I'm gonna swirl it around because we like, ooh, that is pretty. Making it a little bigger. And now I want all those zigzaggy things, really, because could you imagine if you made a pendant out of this? That would be so cool. Even without torching, it would be cool. But I'm gonna torch it anyway. That's it. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm gonna spread them a little bit, make them just a little bit bigger, I hope. See if I can smooth the way out for them that they can grow a little bigger. Yeah, this is a nice bit. There it goes. And I'm going to help it by tapping it on the table just a little bit. There it is. Now look at that. Oh, that is pretty. I don't know if you can really pick it up. That is pretty. Wow, it's like stone, like someone cut a stone in half, and there's some really cool stuff going on in there. So we're going to keep this one too. Maybe a little ribbon along the side, just because we can. That's it. Then I'm gonna let it go down the paper. Now that might be interesting too. it's about almost an inch wide. Just a slight little, see how there the cells pop up? That is pretty. Okay, we'll put this away, let it dry too. And now I will show you this one. Oops. It is really, I find it a very pretty pour because of the colors. There is a lot of detail in it. There's that little bit of orange. That's why we put this one up here. Ooh, got the light in there, sorry. But there's a lot of, ooh, there goes my light. And just a lot of stuff going on. It's a, I think it's a pretty pour. Especially with that orange in it. I like that. I'm glad I did that. And really this piece here, that looks like some insect wings. Don't you think? Really insect-like. Okay. Well, not make this one too long. So if you're watching this one late at night, I want to wish you all a very good night's sleep, and I will see you all tomorrow morning on time. I'm going to make a video. First, now I'm going to hit my shower because I don't want to get nasty, but I am sweating. It is so hot, and it's just dripping off my forehead, and I look at that. That's how wet my forehead is. Yes, what I do for you guys, you have to do stress tests like this because, you know, otherwise you don't know if the stuff you're selling is all that, you know. We knew it worked, but, you know, you really want to see it in heat like this. Now, I could go in and take that Liquitex pouring medium, but I could tell you this wouldn't be happening. No cells like this, not with the Liquitex. So I'm glad it performs the way it does, and I don't think I can stress it any higher because this is for Holland. This is pretty hot. So and I'm sure, you know, where you guys are, if you live in an even warmer climate, you will have air conditioning on inside, so it won't get that hot, I hope. Because if that is the case, that you live in a home where it's always that hot inside, oh boy, I couldn't imagine, really. Because tomorrow it's going to be really cool again, and I'm looking forward to that. So, thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful evening. Spend some time with your family. I'm going to do that with my hubby and with my little dog Nookie on the couch. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.